Hey, Derek.
Yeah, hey, yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. How do we get the young people involved, say from 15 to 25?
Man, they need to be around black coders. They got this hold on, let me see if I can find that. They need to be around as many other black folks that do the stuff that we do, and they need to be exposed to it. Because see, what happens with us a lot of times is we like to just consume. We're the biggest consumers in everything, especially data, way too much. And what happens is we end up just spending all of our time on these kind of things, and then we're not creating them. So the young people, you know, I think this generation is a little brighter than mine, and God forbid the last. I ain't gonna get into that, but they really got an understanding of tech and the trends and all that kind of stuff, and they could actually create something digestible. So I say try to expose them. I just posted something in the chat, Black Boys Code, and I think they got like a Black Girls Code somewhere too. But I mean, and you know, like,
Minnesota Republicans could
we need to kind of get them involved, you know, in stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Somebody in my family was asking one of my cousins, my little cousins, he's interested in code, or he's interested in video games. And if they're interested in video games, they need to learn how to code. They need to learn something about coding, you know. And you know, I think the best thing is to try to point them in the direction of stuff like this, and kind of just let them know that it is people that look like us is in this industry. And to start thinking of, now right there, they said knowledge of Python algebra 1 is required, but you know, we're tasking people. Now see, I didn't know they did that. Go back up a little bit. They doing quantum. Lord, that's another big thing that's going on right now. It's very, very creepy. It ain't gonna mean nothing good for us, but you know, man, I mean, that stuff is heavy. We need to be in on that.
I see that bottom requirement, knowledge of Python and
algebra
1. Yeah.
But you know, look, we're tacit learners. You might be able to get some young brothers and sisters that may get in there and they know a little math. I've never been really good at math, but see, then this one is from 11 to 17, Python 3. Yeah, they getting them together. And see, they ain't got to be no 18, 19, 20, 21, 25. You know, that garbage that they told us about going to college, and then you got to wait 4 years to get a damn degree, and then you got to wait 4 years just to get in. And now 6 months later, the technology the technology's old. No, this is the kind of stuff that they need. See, Roblox. We always on Roblox. My daughter's always on Roblox. They don't even want to clean their room. They just want to be on Roblox. Learn how to build Roblox. Stuff like this. We need more stuff like this. That's what I think. Because everybody else is reaping the benefits of our culture. They're reaping the benefits of our data that we use. And we need to start reaping some of those benefits. We need some of our own apps. I don't know how to create apps, but we need to start reaping the benefits of our culture and reaping the benefits of our data. Data is culture. They study us, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like our buying habits, everything. We need to be. We need a black Roblox. We need some kind of. They okay. I didn't know all that. They got them everywhere. Ontario. A lot of brothers and sisters out there in Canada. I think some of this is virtual too. I'm pretty sure it's virtual too. So this stuff is gonna fill up quick. But yeah, that right there, stuff like that. I think there's one called Black Girls Code.
Yeah, they're out of California.
California, yep. So, yeah, we need to be sending them. And another thing, like when you ask, well, what do I think we need? We need stuff. We need stuff for us, not minorities, not people of color. No, we need stuff specifically for us, because whenever stuff starts happening, we're always taking the brunt end of things. We need stuff for us first. We can help everybody else afterwards. I'm a big proponent of that. and it's not going to win no popularity contest, but that everyone else prioritizes each other. Everyone else prioritizes themselves. We need to prioritize our group. You know, we need these kind of events and stuff like this, and we need brothers and sisters that are in the game to help bring somebody. Because when I first came up, there was literally nobody. There was nobody at all. I didn't have nobody to go to. I was literally going I was David in the lion's den for years. I didn't see nobody that looked like me. I couldn't talk to nobody. A lot of the if I did meet like a brother in a director position, a lot of times, I'm gonna refrain from the word I want to say, but I couldn't say nothing to him. He wanted to stay away from me. Like, okay, didn't want to. You get some people, they just don't want to be around other black folks. They just want to be the head person and be like, hey, I don't want my coworkers to know I associate with these people. So you know, sometimes when I used to meet brothers, they would kind of be on that tip. So I kind of had to figure out everything on my own before YouTube and before Google. You know, when I graduated from high school in 2001, you know, it took me a few years to get in IT, but I was always a technical person in the neighborhood. So I didn't go to college till after, which was a waste of time. You know, for me, it was a waste of time. I should have just went to a boot camp because I was already 2-3 years in. You see, so yeah, we just need stuff like this. We need 1,000. The answer is we need 1,000. Short answer is we need 1,000 more of these.
My last question is, how do you counter the adult opposition? Recently, I tried to get a friend of mine to have her grandson enrolled up in a summer coding robotic little school up here in Chicago, and she talked to her daughter, which is the boy's mother, and it was $1,000, but you know, you get what you pay for. And I asked her, I said, well, the last 2 years you've been on 4 vacations,
right? And
you had to have upfront money for those vacations. She said, well, I just don't have it right now. How do you counter the adult opposition? Because I'm in Huntsville.
How old is she?
Down here in Huntsville, there ain't nothing but engineers, and with the defense contracting and everything. That Hellfire missile that killed that terrorist a couple days ago, that was managed and designed down here in Huntsville.
Right. How old was this lady or this person?
The mother or the grandmother?
The person that was talking about, well, what they don't have
it. She's in her maybe her 30s. She's a single parent.
And she said she's been on vacation.
Well, I know she's been on vacation. She didn't say it. I'm just saying they go on vacation at least twice a year. Got him in some kind of ROTC camp, but it would have worked wonders for him to be away from them, for at least, it was a 2-week thing. But how do you counter the adult opposition? Because a lot of that is going around.
Well, one thing I'm gonna say, and I'm just gonna say this and be frank, we still have some of us that's in them, typically ain't in the 20s, but typically you get some of them 30, 40, 50-year-old folks. They got that old Negro syndrome. They got that civil rights syndrome. Hey, listen, everything was passed down to me, but I ain't gonna leave my kids nothing. You can't really do nothing with them a lot of times. I'm just gonna be honest. You could try to, whenever you're around the kids, you could just show an impression, because the kids are gonna gravitate towards what works anyway. But they'll make every excuse in the book. Weave, nails, Jordans, VH1, turn up, need a new rim on a car. It doesn't matter what it is. They'll make any excuse not to put some effort into their kids. And when it comes to taking a bunch of pictures and videos and Facebook pictures on TikTok or wherever they go to showcase other black folks that ain't got no money like them, or say that they ain't got no money, we magically find a way to spend $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 to $10,000 a month going on vacations, but we can't seem to invest it in our kids. There's not much you're gonna do with the adults. They done already made their decision. In their minds, they're looking at it from a standpoint like, well, I got mine, you get yours. They're not telling you that, but that's really what they mean by definition from what they're doing. Their attitude is, well, I don't really want to invest $1,000, but I could invest in going way out of town somewhere, potentially risking in this pandemic. I'm going out of town too, but you're potentially risking yourself getting sick. They're willing to risk 1,000 different things, but you can't risk $1,000 to give to your kids. And see, that's a shame.
That's a crime on itself, man. If you got so many people, they got all the money so far to be out here popping bottles, turning up, and so far going on kind of vacation, but they got no money so far to invest in your own kids and anything. So put
it like this, and I won't go too deep into it, but it's kind of like the common Negro politicians you see on TV today. They can make 1,000 excuses about what they can't do for us, and then tell us to turn out into the polls while we getting slaughtered in the street. From Buffalo up here to Minnesota, wherever. And they'll make 1,000 excuses about what they can't do. But then when it's time for somebody new to come in office, they'll, the boogeyman, what are we going to do? No, it's not going to be any different than anybody else. So that they got that same kind of mentality. It's like the plantation mentality. I don't really want to help my kid, but I could take a vacation 4 or 5 different times, but I don't want to invest in them. Because here's the thing. The kid that's 14, 15 years old, he's not going to take as long as you, I, Angelina, and everybody. It took us forever to get to this point, and we still ain't where we're supposed to be. It took us forever to get to this point. It's not going to take them that long. They're going to be a terraform within 2-3 years because all of the information is here. All of the information is here. We had to scrape and deal, and I'm just gonna say it like this. We had to deal with a bunch of old Negroes that we come across that didn't really want to give us no game or no support. Now, if they tell you to go to the pews, if they tell you to go holler a Creflo Dollar or TD Jakes, they got money for that. But they didn't really want to tell us nothing. I've been through it. I used to ask the older guys. They'll tell you, man, I used to have the women and I had a Cadillac and I had this and that. And okay, well, what advice you got for me? Young brother, you got to get it on your own. I'm like, whoa. Talk about passing down the buck.
Okay, sorry to cut you off, but it points you towards religion.
Well, anything. That'd be the main thing, but anything. It would be anything to avoid giving us some things that we could produce some tangible benefits. They have nothing for you. The attitude is, I got mine, you got yours. And that's what we had to fight coming up. Even just getting basic stuff. I shouldn't have had to fight tooth and claw just to get basic information, how to get how to learn, just to get the term of CompTIA. I had to search and look, and there wasn't nobody I knew. Whereas Billy Bob and them, they have the whole world. They may not know shit, but they have the whole world. Just, hey, Bob, you want them to know how to do this? Here, I'll show. I didn't seen it. My whole career, I didn't seen it. I didn't seen dudes that shouldn't even touch a computer. But they giving them the Kubernetes. They giving them all of it. And then when I come in or y'all come in, they start talking about, well, I can't give you access to Splunk. So that's what I'm saying. Outside of just the infrastructure, once you get in, we're fighting and clawing by the people that's supposed to be representing us in the best way. The elders, the people that's supposed to be in our neighborhoods, we supposed to look to. We get in these situations where we're blind. They don't have to go through searching so much. We have all the information. We have Kubernetes. We got the Guide to Being Black in IT book. We got Rashad Morton. We got a lot of black software engineers in the game. They're still trying to shut us out, but they can't. They can't shut us out. They've been trying. They've been writing algorithms with racist codes and all kinds of AIs. I mean, they do, but they can't. So, it's just different because now we have the access and the information to give to them. So like that, sorry for rambling, but the person is trying to, I want to go on vacation. What do we do with the adults? The adults, you got to throw the towel, the white flag for them. If they don't want to invest in their kids, they not. But the kids that are interested, they're going to find a way anyway, just like how I did. And their parents ain't going to be able to stop them because they're going to kind of do like me. I didn't really have nobody when I was younger. My parents didn't say, well, Derek, what do you want to do? I just had a lot of ambition, and I had a lot of blind, burning ambition. So I was going to get in the game. I told myself when I decided I was going to get in the game within 6 months, and I didn't. So like I said, as long as we expose them to that access, they're going to get in. I'm gonna land my plane. I got to get on the road, you guys. I love y'all. Email me if you have any questions, and I'll send you any positions you need. But that's what we need to do. We got to give them access to all this kind of stuff. And that's all we need to do. That's it.
Thank you.